Hello again. Welcome to the demo of part 3, assignment C and assignment 3 by Dhruv Deshmukh. So this part asks us to make the uh, UDP clients, Echo client server that we made in part 1A protocol independent, that is IPv6 or IPv4 independent. Now I will quickly demonstrate how it is working and then I will uh, quickly explain the code. So first I will compile the server as well as the client. Now for running, you can see that first I will run it on localhost. So the server has been set up at this IP address, and now I will I have explained these options in the earlier part, that is part 1A, so I will not be going over these options now. Now I will set up at the local, like give the address as localhost itself. So now you will see that it is working as a normal one. No problem is there. Okay, but now if I try to run it at IP6, it will work, but it will give timeout, request timeout. This is obvious because the server is hosted at the local host, that is 127.0.01, while this is the IP6 localhost, which is a different one. Hence, it will show request timeout. Now, similarly, if I set up the host at IP6, now you can see the host is started at the IP6 address, and now if I run at localhost, like if give the address as localhost, then it will not work, give the request as timeout because the host is actually IPv6. But if I give a IP6 host, then it will work. You can see the RTTs are the RTTs are being aggregated as we are getting the replies. And the statistics and all I have explained in part 1. Now quickly I will tell the code. Most of the code is similar to part 1A. I will explain the changes that I have made to enable this protocol independence. So one is this cast IPv function. So given a sock address as a pointer, it will depending on what the family is. If it is AFINET, then it will return the sock address in structure, and if it is if it is not AFNet, then it must be a AF 6, because these are the only two options that we are using. So in that case it will return a IPv6 one, IPv6 structure. So this is the cast thing. This enables me to do the casting properly. The other thing is this get address info. So depending on the address that is entered by the user, it gets the proper IP address. So if localhost is entered, it will get the 127.0.0.1 address, while if IPv6 host is given, then it gives this zero, the one address that is printed here. You can see ::1. uh, then whichever, it creates a socket and binds here as earlier. And finally you can see I have used the inet 6 address length. Here I use inet n2p. This allows me to print the address properly. So if it is a IPv4 address, it was printed as IPv4, while when it is IPv6 address, it is printed as IP in the IPv6 format. You can see in the earlier demo. You have noticed it in the earlier demo. Then the other thing is the client structure. I forgot, where is it? Yes, here you can see I'm using the sock address storage for client address. This is because I do not know in advance whether I will get a IPv6 or IPv4 client. So hence I am using this structure, which I can cast accordingly when required into sock address in or sock address in 6. Now here you can see, once the message is received, again I can print the uh, address of the server accordingly, because of the INET and to be, and I can then send back the message as an echo, and the loss mechanism implemented still remains the same, no change there. Now I will quickly explain the client, the small changes that I've made in the client. So in the client, um, there is much not much of the change. Main thing was for the server, but here you can see that, yes, so here you can see that whatever address I have entered, here it will give the AF as unspecified, so that it will basically be able to get whichever IPv6 or IPv4 address the user has given, and it will be able to connect to that. Once the address is obtained, it will make a request using send to and receive from. And the other threads and stuff was is exactly same as the part 1a, and is explained in that video. But the other code remains uh, very similar. Again, here the cast IPv function is used, utility is used, which I explained. So that's it for the part 3.